Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Tim Lampley. I'd like to welcome my first guest, Dr. Angie Bessendorfer, the Chancellor of Western Governors University, Missouri. You really call it WGU, Missouri.
Yes, we do.
What kind of school is WGU?
WGU is a nonprofit university that uses a competency-based model, targeting adults with some college and no degree. So in short, we're the fastest, most affordable way for adults to earn that degree they've been dreaming of.
Explain to me some of the programs that you guys offer over there.
We really have 4 schools within our college, and so we have a teaching college where you can earn bachelor's and master's degrees, and the program for training secondary teachers was just named the best in the nation. We also have a business college, so you can earn your MBA or other bachelor's degrees, and we have a new degree in accounting that would prepare you to sit for the CPA. And then we have IT programs, which are much needed, and I know in St. Louis everybody knows that you need to have that degree and really make some things happen. And with those degrees you get your certification. And then finally we have a College of Health Professions, and so that's really for folks with an RN who need to get that bachelor's degree or their master's degree or other healthcare administration kinds of things.
We teased a little bit about the teachers part of it, so
Yes,
we'll
we
talk
did.
a little bit about that a little later. How is WGU different, though?
WGU is very different. We believe that online doesn't have to be alone, and so one of the things we do is a mentoring program. Another reason that we're different is because we use a competency-based model, and that's based on the assumption that as adults come into class, they all bring in some knowledge, and there's no need for them to do assignments and do busy work on things they already know. So they prove what they know and learn the rest, and they can move through their degree as quickly as possible.
Specifically about your teachers' college, you do all of this online to prepare teachers. How do you make sure that they're prepared to handle their own classroom, because since it's an online degree program?
That's a very good question, and I came out of the K-12 realm, and so I believed, at one point that you can't learn to be a teacher online. But WGU does require, just like, with all the state requirements, and in order to be part of state certified, they have to do student teaching. So that's a component of it. But everything else is online for them. But the difference is our average student is 39 years old. So they've got some life experience, and a lot of times they've got a lot of thinking about what they want to do, and so they're a career transition. And so that's one of the things that makes it better for us as far as a career transition in teaching. It makes it really helpful.
What's the average amount of time that most of the students finish their programs?
We typically say that it's going to be 3 years to earn your bachelor's degree, but we have our commencement coming up this weekend, and of the graduating class, 199 students, their average time for a bachelor's degree for our Missourians was 2 years and 4 months. So
wow.
Very much ahead of the other things, but that's because they can move forward by proving what they know and moving forward as quickly as they can.
What kind of students do you accept into the programs?
That's a great question, because not everybody can get into WGU. WGU really only accepts full-time students, but the difference is that they're full-time students who can do that studying whenever they want, at 2 in the morning or at 2 in the afternoon, or on Mondays this week and Fridays next week, or while your kids are at basketball. As long as you can get online, you can do your work. And so we accept students who are ready to commit that time to move through as quickly as they can. And there's an incentive to move through as quickly as they can, because they pay a flat rate fee for their schooling. So they buy 6 months of education, and they get as much as they can learn.
Do the fact that you assign mentors help predict the likelihood of a student's success?
It definitely predicts the likelihood, because those mentors, the faculty mentors, are evaluated based on the success of their students. So they're vested in the success of those students, and they call them every week, and they're their cheerleader or their accountability coach, whichever they need.
Who are these mentors, and how do you find those?
They're full-time faculty, and
Okay.
so we have quite a few faculty here in Missouri. In fact, we have over 80 Missourians who work for WGU. But our faculties have a master's degree in this realm as a minimum, and they usually have degree and work experience in the area that the student is working toward. We also have another kind of faculty position that's a course mentor, and they all have their PhD.
Now, one of the things I like is that you accept credits from other universities as well.
We do. We may be a little bit more generous with the transition credits, because within those first 2 years, because with the competency-based model, if there's something you didn't know and you need it in order to have that degree, and you need to know and be able to do it, you'll have to prove that when you prove your competencies, because we don't give grades, we only prove you can.
Okay, hold that thought for the rest. When we return, we'll speak more with Dr. Bessendorfer, and stick around. We'll talk more about the programs.